Hi everyone, welcome to another program here on the Riverhead Library's YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over how to make your own cookbook online. So these are the different steps that we're going to go through. And first I'm going to say that we're going to go through this presentation, and then after I'm going to go on to Canva and just quickly make a little template with you guys. So the first thing is what we need. So what we're going to be covering is how to make our cookbook online. So whether you have a whole bunch of flashcards, printouts, magazine recipes, or little sheets of paper from family members, we're going to learn how to put them all together so you have one complete book. So what we need is recipes. We also need a computer and a Canva account. So I'm going to go into the steps of how to make your own Canva account, which is pretty simple as long as you have an email. So creating a Canva account is both easy and free. So all we need is an email address and a password. So for example, the password probably have to be a combination of letters, numbers, capital letters, and special characters. So once we've created an account with Canva, we would open it up and go through our templates that are pretty much already made for us that we can use and alter to create our own book. So I'm going to go over just a few of the different templates that Canva has. And again, feel free to make your own. You don't have to use the templates that are there for you. So here are just a couple of the different ones that we can use to make our own book. So we can use the flyers, menus, postcards, newsletters. There's a whole bunch more. You can use a presentation one, business memo. There are quite a few amount of templates that you can use, and feel free to change the colors of them, the fonts, adding your own photos, stickers. But to be on the safe side when using Canva, use the free options. And the easiest way to see that is using the free options are the templates and options that do not have a little crown symbol, which I'll go over with you guys. So next I'm going to talk about the different things that we can do to change our templates once we have decided what we want it to look like. So the fonts, there are probably over 100 different types of fonts that you can choose from. So bold, all capitals, script, funky, you can make it however you want. Colors are really fun to choose from. So there are different templates already preset with colors, but you can still choose that template and say, I don't want this to be orange. I want this to be yellow, and you can change it. And we'll go over that. Another thing is something called elements. So these are different stickers or borders, accents, shapes, designs that you can use and add into your cookbook. So if you wanted something like how you see the fruit here, you can have something similar on your cookbook. And photos, which is another great alternative to using different elements. You can either insert a picture of your own. So if you have your own picture of a recipe that you've created, you can upload that. You can also search for free photos that Canva has provided for you as well. So once we've put together our cookbook and we've put all of our recipes in, our photos, we've made it as colorful as we want, we have the option of saving and printing our cookbook. So we're done. So step one is being done. Once you're happy with the work, you can work on saving it. So the fun part about that is that Canva automatically saves for you. There's nothing you have to do that will save it or change it. But as you are working, your template is being continuously saved for you. And then we also have the option afterwards to print our cookbooks. So to do that, we would download it, or we can pay for Canva to print it and ship to us. Canva has this great resource of having their own company for postcards or letterheads, business cards. They have their own supply that they can ship out to you. But you can also just do this yourself at home with your own printer paper. There's no need to pay someone else to do that for you. So now that we've gone over how to create the cookbook, and I know that this seemed a little bit fast, I'm going to go through the steps on Canva so that way we can see them together. And you can go through the motions and so forth, okay? So just bear with me as I close out of this presentation, and we're going to move over into Canva. So what I'm going to do is open up a new tab. I'm going to go to canva.com. So this is what Canva looks like before signing in. So I'm going to sign in with my email. It's going to open it up for me. So this is the home page of Canva. So it says you can design anything. So for me, presentations, social media, videos, and so forth. There are a lot here, and it may look overwhelming, but the easiest thing to do is look at the top right hand side. So where it says search Canva. Here we can search for anything. We can search for bookmarks or menus and so forth. I'm just going to type in flyers and hit the enter button. And what happens is you see all these different templates that have been already created for you that you can use. So flyer size, I believe, is the same size as a 8.5 by 11. So we can use that and add on different pages for our cookbook. So let's just take a look here. Kind of like this watercolor one. So I just click on it and it opens up my flyer in a new tab. So now that we're here, this is our first page of our cookbook. So I'm just gonna click on our page, and where it says enjoy an artsy day, Artie finds yard sale by creation. So I'm gonna click on enjoy an artsy day. And Kelsey's, I can't type today. And then click on where it says Artie finds yard sales and so forth. And I'm gonna do all of my recipes in one place. All right, so like say I don't want all of this extra stuff here. You're gonna click on it and you're gonna use the trash bin on the top right and delete that element. We're gonna do it again. It's on the top right, delete that element, and delete that element. So now let's say we finished the first page. This is how I want it. I need a second page so I can start with the recipes. So at the top here where it says page 1, you can see add notes, different arrows, duplicate page, trash, and add a new page. So I'm going to add a new page. So it opens it up blank. So now we can make it however we want. So I'm going to go to the left-hand side where it says elements with the heart, triangle, square, and circle. I'm going to click on that. So these are all the different elements that we can use. There's lines, shapes, stickers, different grids, gradient, and so forth. There are so many different options here. That's kind of almost impossible for me to go over it here right now, but I am going to search for something. So let's see, do food. Okay, so this one looks cute, but here is how we find what is not free and what is free. So when you hover over a sticker or an element that you like, you'll see a little crown, and next to it says Pro. That is something that you have to pay for. So I'm just gonna keep going over until I find something free, which is this salad, but I don't really like that. So I'm going to keep looking. Okay, kind of like that salad here. So here I've inserted my salad. So for that, we can now hold it down and drag it around to wherever we want. I kind of want it at the bottom here. We can also make it bigger. If you see these circles at the corners of your picture, you'll see when you hover over it, this little arrow, and you'll hold down and drag to make it bigger. So let's say I don't want it to be black, I want it to be blue, or maybe green for salad. So at the top left where it says crop and flip, there's a black square, and you're gonna click on that. And this is where you can find different colors. So we can just scroll down to different colors, and I'm gonna click on green. And so do you see how that square is now green? Because our item is now green. So now I want to add some text. So underneath that element on the left-hand side, we're going to use text. And the easiest thing to do is look at this top area where it has different headings for you. So I'm going to click on just the middle one. It's the standard, basic size, and it enters into our page. And it's highlighted for us so we can just type in it. So I'm going to write, this is my salad. Oop, I can't spell. Recipe. Okay, so now I want to move that. I want to move to the top. So I'm just going to hold it down and drag it. And then to add in the recipe, I'll add another text. And maybe I'll go a little bit smaller. So one iceberg lettuce head, one iceberg lettuce head, enter, one large tomato, and so forth. And we can again move this to wherever we want. When you see me moving it and you see this pink line coming in, it means that it's centered in the middle of the page. So I'm going to do that with this too. So just have fun with it. It's all about having fun and taking your time. There's no need to rush. So like say I want to change the background of my page and I want to make it blue. I click on the background color and maybe I'll do this blue. So it changes the blue. Okay. So again, when we want to add a new page, we're going to go to the top of our page where it says add a page, and it's going to make a new page for us. And we'll just continue doing that when we have all of our recipes. You don't have to do this all in one sitting. You can do one page at a time, one recipe at a time, and take it recipe by recipe. So now to move on to printing our flyers, our bookmarks, our cookbooks, everything that we want to make. So at the top right, you'll see where it says share. You'll see a down arrow. You'll see something that says print and the 3 dots. So I'm going to click on the 3 dots. And this gives us everything that we would want. So we can download our item. So this way it will always be on our computer. And then we have the option to print it. We can also share it with other people. Present opens up if you're making a presentation, so we don't have to worry about that. But if you scroll down, you'll see the option to print. So we can print t-shirts, flyers, business cards, etc. If I were to click on this, it'll give me the option to resize it because right now we're in a flyer size. So I'm going to close out of that and I'm going to download it. So I'm going to go down to this down arrow. And it's asking me if I want it in a PDF and if I want all of the pages. And I do. So I'm just going to hit download. And it downloads for us. All right. So you'll see that at the bottom corner of our screen. You'll see how my screen is blinking and it says here watercolor yard sale. That's probably because I didn't change the name of my book. But that's okay. So now that's our book, and it's on our computer that we can always see it. It's right there for us. So now it says you saved your design. Your download should have automatically started. If not, download here. So if you have a problem, you can click right there. And now we have the option to either go back home or continue editing and go on to our next recipe. So I'm just going to go home. And I am going to also go to the left-hand side here where it says templates. And this is another area that you can find different templates. So social media, personal, business, if you want logos, invoices, letterheads, marketing, if you want brochures, education for lesson plans, and so forth. So there are quite a few, quite the amount of choices that you can choose from. And again, you can sit here and look through as many templates as you want, and then take bits and pieces from each one and make your own. You don't have to use a template that's been created. Okay, so I'm just going to sign out here. So I click on the K for Kelsey and sign out. So let's go back to our program. So lastly, I want to thank you for being here with me. I know that this was a pretty quick program with you, but if you have any questions, you can feel free to give me a call. You can give us a call at our main phone number here at 631-727-3228. If you, by any chance, don't want to give me a call and you want to email me instead, I did provide an email down below where it says askadultref@riverheadlibrary.org. Again, my name is Kelsey, so you can feel free to email or call me if you have questions or if you want to go over anything. I'd be happy to talk it over with you. And if you'd like, you can definitely follow us on social media. We have an Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. And feel free to check out all of the other videos that we have for the children's department, for adult services, senior services, and that's it. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you all have a great day.